Imagine a place where cannonballs are encouraged, marshmallows are mandatory, and just 5 more minutes turns into all day. That's Veranda Beach Resort on Lake Osoyoos, one of the warmest freshwater lakes in North America, located on the border of Canada in Oroville, Washington. The vibe is delightfully old school, with time spent with family and friends at the beach, on the lake, and under the stars. Sounds of laughter, dogs, and screen doors are the soundtracks of your stay. Rent your own fully furnished cottage with Wi-Fi and all the comforts you need. It's the best of then with all the ease of now. Veranda Beach Resort. Come play, stay, and make memories. Visit verandabeach.com now to book your stay.
Don't ask me to talk. Hey everybody, welcome to the big show, the really big show, the Don't Ask Me to Talk show with your podcast pals, Stacey Keller, and of course I'm joined by...
Hey, it's me, Eric Reiner, your other podcast pal.
Yeah.
Welcome.
It's an exciting show today.
It is exciting. We're both back in the studio together, which is a huge thing in my book. I love seeing you in person. And yeah, it just makes it easier and more fun in my estimation. Not that it's not great to check in across states. That's awesome too. But
I thought it's because I'm so cute. And you're like, oh, your cute face.
Yeah, well, of course. That's a huge part of it.
Yeah, it's nice to be back together. I'm heading to my lake house for actually, I just spent the weekend, as you know, there.
Yeah, as did I.
So that was kind of fun. So what did you think?
It was really fun, yes. So for folks that are listening for the first time, I find it hard to believe, but and the good news is there's a whole backlog of great content for you to explore. But you do have a place at Veranda Beach in Oroville, Washington, near the Canadian border, Lake Osoyoos. And you were kind enough to invite myself and the girlfriend and Gertie to come visit. And we did over the Memorial Day weekend and had a great time. And it's a gorgeous place.
I told you so.
It was warmer than I expected this early in it's not even summer yet. But very, very comfortable still and very enjoyable. And yeah, what a nice house. In my mind, you call it a cottage. This is a full-size house. These are all full-size houses that you would find anywhere. Yeah. I'm thinking like a cabin kind of thing, maybe 2 rooms at most.
Right.
But this is a full-size house. Yeah.
This is no little house on
the prairie?
On the prairie.
Right.
Yeah, this is the cute little cottage on the green lawn type thing. But you're right. They're really comfortable. When the property developer had this vision, he was thinking about his summers that he spent, and he wanted to do something a little nicer. So, all the houses have the flower boxes and the screened-in porches, and, they're comfortable. And at this point, all the houses came as one floor, but a lot of original owners put in a second floor. So that's what actually happened with us. The owner put in a second floor. So we get to benefit from the choices that they made with their money.
Well, and the point I'm making about this is that folks can actually rent these cottages, really full-size houses.
Air quotes, by the way. Since you can't
in case you can't see these on the podcast, the air quotes. I mean, it's very comfortable. Full-size kitchen, full-size living room, the whole works. Yeah, every amenity that you could want are available in these places.
Totally.
That you can rent, just like you would an Airbnb or a Vrbo these days. So
100%. If you go to
awesome.
verandabeachresort.com, and this isn't meant to be an ad, but also they are sponsoring us at the moment.
Right.
So it's kind of all working. If you are a listener of the show and you want to check it out, go to the website. It's verandabeachresort.com. And if you decide that you want to book a stay, then mention the show or mention me, and you will get a discount, 10%. And it's a great spot. Like, I keep trying to tell people about it, and I know there's people whose vacations have kind of gotten, they're like, ugh, I'm not going to go to Europe this year, or I'm not going to go here, I'm not going to go there. Gas is expensive. This is expensive. Yep. You know what? You come here and you just kind of hang, and you don't really need to go anywhere. Heck, if you have a boat, you can bring the boat, and you can actually either anchor it, or there's a marina where you can leave your boat, and it's delightful. And
it really was.
We went to Canada to have A&W.
we did, yes.
I didn't even know that it was a thing, but thanks to you, I learned that it was delicious.
Yeah, it is kind of funny to, cross a border to have lunch, but or dinner in this case. But we did, and it was no problem. There was no line. There was no wait. It was like easy peasy, to go visit Canada for the evening and, have a burger. And I've been hearing for years that, A&W is different in Canada. It's like a whole different chain up there. They still have the same mascot and the same name. And they still, have the root beer.
Right.
But it's really run differently. And so people that have had A&W in America, I'm sorry, it's just not anywhere near as good.
No, it was great. I don't remember ever, I maybe have been to A&W, but I'm not a root beer person, so I wouldn't necessarily root it out as a choice. But I've maybe had it before, but it was delicious. She came over and apologized that it took so long, and we were like, no, it actually tastes like you guys put it together.
Yeah.
And I do remember the commercials because I was singing them.
3 minutes too. That's
I know. Well, right.
Just because it's fast food, they apologize.
I know.
If it's more than 60 seconds, I guess.
Well, and it's Canada, so they're very polite.
Yes.
And we had poutine.
Yes, poutine. That was my first time having poutine. How about yourself?
No.
Okay. See, I figured having a place next to the Canadian border, you're gonna, have poutine.
Yes.
But for me, even though I've been to Canada a few times, I've never tried poutine, and finally got to do it. And they do some pretty damn good poutine at A&W, which I didn't expect. Because in this country, if it's like, okay, we're going to do anything kind of specialized, like McDonald's has barbecue ribs. Right. Really? It's, it's like a spongy fake meat thing.
Right.
It's not barbecue rib.
It's riblets and they're right.
But for, your first time having poutine, you could do worse than A&W. It is good. Their gravy is on point.
It's great.
And the cheese curds were really good. And I always thought that's, that just sounds like drunk food. But I wasn't drunk and I loved it. Yeah.
And I have had
no offense to Canadians.
Or to drunk people.
Because I'm sure in the recipe was somebody that had one too many Molsons.
Right?
But they stumbled onto something great.
Yeah, they did. Well, and I have had the poutine at the McDonald's there. And because the kids last year actually were like, did you know that the McDonald's in Canada has poutine? And I was like, no, because I haven't gone. And so they're like, we have to try it out. Now, the gravy, it's a brown gravy and it's kind of heavy and you've got the cheese curds.
Yeah.
Well, the McDonald's fries are not up to the task of holding on to these heavier ingredients, but the A&W fries, they did a great job.
Absolutely.
So it was delish. And then you went to my favorite place for...
Well, I was just going to say, back on the A&W real quick before we move on.
Yeah.
The thing you want to get there is the teen burger. And you feel like a creep even saying, give me a teen burger
we were joking
with
about
extra teen sauce.
Exactly. I'd like the teen meat, please.
But with no irony.
Right.
It
right.
really is. Teen burger is pretty damn good.
It was great.
Yeah.
We all got one.
Yes. Yeah. That was good times.
Yeah, it was delish.
Yeah.
Well, and then you went with the girlfriend the next day. I wasn't feeling well, but you two had an adventure, and you went to my favorite lunch place, Smitty's. Shout out Smitty's. And then you had their poutine too, and
No, we didn't have the poutine.
Oh, you didn't have the poutine there?
Nope. I had.
Oh, you had gravy on your fries though.
Yes,
that's what you had.
Yeah,
there was no cheese
side
curds.
of gravy to have with the fries.
Yes.
And I got fish and chips, which phenomenal fish and chips. And then I'm like, this gravy is so good. I'm going to try it on everything. So even with the cod,
yes,
it was good.
It's good.
Yes.
It's like, honestly, should gravy be one of the condiments that we talk about besides ketchup and mustard?
Which, by the way, our topic today.
Our hard-hitting
thanks to the
news
wheel
topic.
of topics. That's right. Finally settling the great debate of ketchup versus mustard.
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, I was like realizing last night when I got home, I'm going to have to go back to non-vacation eating habits now where gravy is not, one of the entrees. But
yes, there's that.
While I was on vacation and it was the holiday weekend, it was great.
And I always love the irony of celebrating Memorial Day in another country, or like 4th of July, inevitably we go to Canada. Like, yay, America, let's go to Canada. But it's so close.
And I just realized last night that I completely forgot to take my statin. So my blood is probably like all gravy now.
Well,
I got to get back on that.
Just
my doctor's going to be really mad.
Throw yourself in the microwave and you won't be so congealed.
Well, there you go. So
it was fun. I taught you guys a card game.
Yeah, we had a great time.
I mean, we watched some things because, we were in the same place at the same time.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in our cultural blind spots. 2 movies this week that we both watched.
Yep.
At the same time.
Uh-huh.
Or I watched, you listened to. And
yeah, you got to watch the process.
One was a classic that is on the AFI Top 100. And one is a newer movie that had a lot of buzz about it that we both hadn't seen yet. So excited to talk about those in the next segment. But since I just saw you yesterday, I'm just wondering, anything new or exciting happened since then?
Since yesterday?
Yeah.
No, but it is weird being back in the Seattle area.
Yeah.
You know, like we came in last week and immediately hit the ground running, headed up to the lake house to open up the house and to have you guys. And I got to spend time with Gertie. Guys, she's so cute. And I'm pretty sure she loves me now.
You know what? She typically doesn't like people besides, myself and the girlfriend, just because she's so used to us. But she'll bark at anybody that comes to visit. But she took to both of you and Pete like immediately.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I was just like, hey, girlie. And she liked
Maybe she was just
corn.
on her best behavior as a guest in your home.
Well,
I don't know. I didn't teach her to differentiate.
Good job, Mom
but,
and Dad.
Yeah.
No, she was so cute. And when you guys went and you spent time in Canada, we got to spend time with her. And she
Appreciate the pet sitting.
Pet sitting. It's babysitting. Like seeing you be like daddy, it's so cute. But watching her gallop with her cute little ears kind of flapping, I was like, this is just too good. So that was super fun. But yeah, then we of course turned around just like you yesterday and came home, and then we came into town and, like the old town, and like, oh, are we going to, like, I could see somebody that I know, like, and some people may not even realize that I've moved, and others are like, what are you doing here? So I'm torn between keeping a high profile or a low profile. I don't know which is better.
Yeah, because you've got a limited time. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at the very least, I'm going to have breakfast with our daughter.
Well, that's
I'm
appropriate.
like, oh, I should probably reach out to Annie and like see her and Wilson.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that is new with me.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
smash cut back to reality today.
Ugh.
Here's back in the office, but before that, I had to stop by my periodontist for my post-op appointment because
And?
I had a tooth removed about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Talked about this on the show in depth. Remember, I was bleeding to death
During band practice.
yes, right before
Because
band
Eric's
practice.
band Battersea is playing at the Valley in Tacoma on June 20th.
That's true. Yeah, thanks for the plug.
Yeah.
Some great bands I'll just throw out. As the World Softens, RC and the Roundabouts from Tacoma, featuring the Fernandez brothers, awesome group, and our friends the Bismarck from Seattle going to be playing as well. So it's going to be an awesome show. But yeah, that's not why you called. It was because I was back at the periodontist today so they could take a look at everything. And it turns out I am healing well, despite, my setback with having my stitches inadvertently removed and
By your fingers.
yeah, nearly bleeding out.
Inadvertently pulled out by yourself.
Myself. Yes. Yeah. It was me. So I was worried about that, the judgmental tone I would get from the from the doctor. But though they were like, yeah, it all looks good. So everything is fine. We'll see you in like 4 months. And then we can talk about the implant. So I'm going to have this gap in my mouth until September, it sounds like. Maybe
Sounds
August,
like it's
October.
a Jello shot summer.
Yeah. But the lady was like, try not to let your tongue go in there too much because it might, the skin may feel like, oh, it's reached the end of where it needs to heal.
Right.
And I'm like, well, there's just no chance that the
too late
tongue
for
is
that.
not going to. It's like I said, it's an explorer, anytime it sees new territory. I got
hello.
Lewis and Clark in there. They're just like,
Just around the river bend.
we're coming through the gap. It's got to know what's at all times, every new piece of territory that's in there.
That's fair. That is fair.
So I'm really going to have to try and have some discipline and keep that from getting a little too up in that gap.
Maybe you need to stick Ambisol in there.
Maybe, or I'll just get some Play-Doh or something and make a fake tooth.
They used to have a Play-Doh set that I think was like teeth and stuff when I was a kid. Like that just came back in like a rush of memory.
Remember the smell of Play-Doh?
Who could forget?
What was that?
I don't know.
It was so distinct. You know, it's just clay, play clay.
But it's a very
but something
distinct
Play-Doh, like they put. I'm gonna have to research that now that this memory has been unlocked because that is a very distinct smell. It had kind of a nice kind of scent to it, but not so nice that you're like, I wish they made Play-Doh cologne.
No,
and
which would be and you didn't want to eat it.
Right, you didn't want to eat it, but it still had a nice scent to it. Yeah.
And for a minute, I was the mom.
I'm like picturing somebody with like 2 pieces of blue Play-Doh underneath their chin.
Dabbing and dabbing,
yes, dabbing on their wrists. Yes.
Play-Doh. Yeah.
Snorting Play-Doh in a stall.
Oh my God, doing a line of Play-Doh.
Yes.
Things have gotten dark. I made my kids homemade Play-Doh.
Really?
Yes. Like we
used to make the salt dough for ornaments, making ornaments at Christmas time. But Play-Doh itself, always the magic about Play-Doh is that it didn't harden.
And
it stayed soft.
Right. This didn't harden, and I would keep it in the fridge, and I would add gel food dye and roll it out, and the kids loved playing with it. And who am I kidding? I loved playing with it. And it's super easy to make, and it doesn't have the smell, though. So just so you know, it's clearly a proprietal smell that Play-Doh as a brand has because homemade doesn't have it. And the cheap stuff doesn't have it either. Like Rose Art or whatever the competitor is. Nah, they're the worst. Not really.
Apparently Hasbro has trademarked the smell of Play-Doh.
Stop.
Yes.
Wow. So you can get like,
It's a sweet, slightly musky, vanilla-like fragrance, according to Google, with faint hints of cherry, combined with the natural smell of salted wheat-based dough. Which it sounds
wine.
delicious.
I know. I'm like, it's like a wine
I
tasting.
do want to have some Play-Doh.
I know. I'm like, I can smell the cherries in the grove down the way. And
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
vanilla in the air and the bees buzzing.
Well, the other thing that was delicious this last week, aside from all the great food that we had in Canada and at your house, was I made Irish stew for the first time.
Oh.
Before we came, and it turned out fantastic. I'd never done that before.
What makes stew Irish versus just stew?
Well, it's the... I mean, there's various kinds of stew.
Right, because I've made stew. Like,
right.
So I'm not completely being a jerk. Like, I mean, I'm sort of being a smartass.
So
but
it's the ingredients, I guess, that it's a different recipe than what I imagine. If you're just thinking of like beef stew, you would get like in a can, like Dinty-Moore or whatever. It would be similar to that, but Irish stew is typically a lamb stew.
Okay.
And, as far as the seasoning goes, it's some thyme and some bay leaf for two and caramelized onions. And lots of potatoes, of course.
I mean, come on.
And big chunky carrots.
Yep. Okay.
So, yeah, I kind of like what we think of as a beef stew, but typically it's the lamb specifically, even though because American tastes aren't really like oriented to lamb as much as Irish tastes. Usually when you get quote unquote Irish stew over here, they typically substitute out beef. Yeah. But
I was going to say the recipe that I've made for stew, similar ingredients with the thyme and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And, but 100% I always use beef.
Yeah, and we found out that Gertie does not like the smell of cooking lamb.
Oh.
I had to look it up, but apparently some dogs have like an aversion to whatever chemical is released when lamb is cooked. So she as soon as that started cooking, ran upstairs and hid. And that's
funny.
And normally she's hassling us when we're trying to eat, because she's just like, I want some of that. I want some of that.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, boy, if I could get some kind of incense of cooking lamb that I could just burn anytime I wanted to, just have a relaxing meal.
Yeah.
Let's say we have company over, because we had company over at Easter, we had company over at Christmas, and every time she's right there hey, can I get some of that? Can I get some of that? Where's my set at the table? Yeah. So
maybe you just buy some chunks from the butcher and tell them that you need it chunked so that you can just cook a bit.
Could just simmer
keep it in the freezer, and then you just kind of...
That may be what we have to do.
I mean, that's poor Gertie. You be nice to her.
It's so funny because, of course no harm is coming to her, but just something about the smell just makes her panic and run away. Yeah.
I guess it's sort of like the cilantro thing, right? There are people that are literally in
tastes like soap to them.
23andMe. It's the likelihood that cilantro tastes like soap to you was my percent was 97%. And I was actually 100%. It totally tastes like soap. So I guess dogs can also be genetically predisposed to something. Interesting.
Yeah. But she's okay now.
Okay. Well,
and the weird thing is she actually likes to eat lamb. It's smelling it cooking. Just bye.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, I have the opposite experience with coffee. I like the smell of coffee, but I do not like to drink coffee.
Yeah, for me, I don't like the smell and I don't like the taste.
Well, there you go.
I am the one person in the Great Northwest.
Nope, there's two because I don't like to drink it either.
But for both.
Oh, yes. Yes. I don't mind the smell. I think it's because I grew up, my parents drank coffee. Pete, he doesn't really drink it typically every morning. He's a weekend coffee guy.
Yeah. I don't hate the smell. I tolerate it just fine. It's just, Yeah, it's not something that I would want to smell. And the thing is, I always thought like, okay, well, like maybe if it's got like chocolate or whatever, I'll like it. But like even tiramisu is like ruined for me.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't either. I totally don't like it. And actually, the only time that I've ever liked anything, like even mocha, like has too much of a coffee vibe for me.
Yeah, same.
And yet when I was pregnant with our daughter, Grace, I had cravings. At the time, Starbucks had out in grocery stores their Java chip ice cream. And my sister-in-law had served it once for like Easter or something. And I was polite and I ate it and I was like, I don't like this, but whatever. And then when I was pregnant with Grace, like Java chip ice cream on an Oreo cone. And I would have like a scoop every night. And then, of course, I'd get in bed and Grace would be like, zing, 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 zing. And
hopped up on the caffeine.
Totally. And she's totally a coffee drinker. But like that was the craving.
Started her early.
I started her very early. But it was kind of weird. Like, and I went back as soon as she was born. I was like, oh, no. Like, no desire. Don't want coffee ice cream.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I guess, being pregnant just changes the taste buds.
Yep. They just ruin you for life.
Well, on that happy note, to all our expectant mothers out there.
But it's such a great feeling.
Sure. We need to take a break so we can get into our cultural blind spots.
Yes, we do.
Everybody stick with us. We'll be right back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. Imagine a place where cannonballs are encouraged, marshmallows are mandatory, and just 5 more minutes turns into all day. That's Veranda Beach Resort on Lake Osoyoos, one of the warmest freshwater lakes in North America, located on the border of Canada in Oroville, Washington. The vibe is delightfully old school, with time spent with family and friends at the beach, on the lake, and under the stars. Sounds of laughter, dogs, and screen doors are the soundtracks of your stay. Rent your own fully furnished cottage with Wi-Fi and all the comforts you need. It's the best of then with all the ease of now. Veranda Beach Resort. Come play, stay, and make memories. Visit verandabeach.com now to book your stay. And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk. I'm one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Ryder.
I'm the other one. I'm Stacey Heller.
And just a quick reminder, if you heard the Veranda Beach spot during the break, they've been kind enough to sponsor us, and they are offering a 10% discount if you call them and you mention Don't Ask Me to Talk or Stacey Heller.
Mm-hmm. I'd love to see you there. I'm going to be there all summer. I mean, don't be a crazy stalker, but...
Right.
You can
just wave hello from a respectful distance.
But I mean, like if you want an autograph or something, like that's fine too. I'd be happy to sign something. And like, do I want to do the autograph or do I want to do the like Steve Martin thing where I hand you a card and it's like, you've met Steve Martin?
Right.
I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this. Ugh. Going
to have a lot of cards on your hands.
Wow, rude.
No, I mean, that's the problem with business cards in general
It's
that
true.
I find, I have ones from like a decade ago that I still have like 1,000 of them.
Yeah.
At a certain point, we just
It's true.
don't give about as much as we think we will.
Yeah.
So.
Maybe I just need to get blank ones. So then it could be used as a bookmark. It could be used as
there you go.
An autograph thing. It could be like, I'm basically just giving out sheets of paper.
Use this space for notes.
You're right.
All right. Well, this segment in the show is what we like to call our cultural blind spot segment. It's where you and I both like cross off stuff on our list of big cultural films, movies, TV, even places to visit that we hadn't been introduced to before in our lifetimes. And so we're finally trying to remedy that. And we did that over the weekend, hanging out together. Mm-hmm. We both watched the classic movie that is on the AFI Top 100, a comedy musical called Some Like It Hot from 1959, starring Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis, and Jack Lemmon.
I've been on a Jack Lemmon kick.
Yeah, because you watched The Apartment.
And The Odd Couple.
And The Odd Couple, yeah.
So
this is 3 lemons in a row. You're having a lemon party.
I mean, honestly, when life gives you lemons, you make a lemon drop.
There you go.
So that's what I had last night, actually. Yeah. So what did you think?
You know, I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. It was... I'm going to say this about the next movie we talk about, too, but I went in knowing really nothing about this movie. I had seen, like, the famous ending to it, so I had a vague idea about it. Because the last ending, of course, the last line in this movie, this is not a spoiler at this point, I hope, because it's from 1959. But it's Jack Lemmon's character revealing to Joey Brown's character that he is in fact a man, and there's like, I can't get married, I'm a man, and the other character responds, well, nobody's perfect.
Which, sort of then makes you wonder, like, oh,
are they getting married?
All right, they seem to have like.
Can they get past this?
Yeah, I mean, it's not unheard of.
It's a little edgy for 1959.
It is.
Yeah,
it's kind of like because they had a great time hanging out together.
Right. And so I had no perspective on what the buildup to that point was.
Right.
And I kind of thought oh, is this going to be? Am I going to be embarrassed watching this? Embarrassed for the closed-minded attitudes of, the 1950s America? Is this going to be like a whole where gay or queer people or trans people are the butt of the joke for 2 hours? I understand that was a part of culture, especially in the 50s and stuff.
Yep.
But in this day and age, do I want to spend 2 hours in that kind of attitude? Not really.
Right.
So I had a little bit of kind of a twinge of I'll just put this off until I, whenever. It just I accidentally stumble across it or something.
Right.
But I got to say, I was very pleasantly surprised that it wasn't like that at all.
No.
It was just a fun romp. And I love the fact that, the way they set this up, these guys are on the run from gangsters that are, going to kill them.
Yeah.
Mobsters, yeah, they witness an assassination, basically. And so they really, Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis's character really have no choice. They are fleeing Chicago, and they join an all girls band.
By the way, it's worth noting it's the movie, while made in 59, it was set in 29.
That's right. It's during Prohibition.
Yes.
So these are the Al Capone style Chicago gangsters.
Right.
And it was fun. It was funny. I thought the performances were great. Marilyn Monroe was incredible in this movie, and performed some great songs in it with the classic "Boop Boop Be Doo, I wanna be loved by you," which is the other big famous thing that everybody thinks of, I think, from this movie. Yeah, and I thought it was. I was shocked. It was 2 hours. It went by really quickly, I thought. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. And, like I said, pleasantly surprised. It was none of the, closed-minded stuff that I expected it to be.
They were, it was cute. They're like, how do women walk in these things? And, and there wasn't a lot, a bit done about it. There was a couple acknowledgments of, how does this work? But then, they were just fully in it. And it was just
the comedy came from them not knowing how to act as women, as opposed to women being the butt of the joke.
Right.
Which in stuff like this could so easily be the case.
Totally.
Thank goodness we're men. We're so smart. I was so on pins and needles that was going to be the attitude, but it wasn't like that. This comedy could exist today comfortably. Now, it would make sense if it was set in the past and not set in today. Because if it's set today, it's like white chicks or whatever.
Right.
It's just,
oh my gosh,
it's dumb. You know what I mean?
Oh God, that movie.
Right.
And Marilyn Monroe, I had to look up because Marilyn Monroe just always looks like one way to me. It's like the 7-year itch, the iconic white dress with the going up over the grate, right?
Blonde bombshell.
Right. Like just, I don't know. She just is forever looks one specific
Or
way.
I'd say describe her in the movie like Jell-O on springs.
It was,
which I just that's great. It's a great line.
It's such a good line. But I was really struck, and I couldn't figure out, like, is this woman that sort of ethereal with a presence, or is it like, we kind of talked about this, like the lighting that Sybil Shepherd had, where it was a little fuzzy, because all of the other women looked so sort of like stark and like not like put together, but just more sterile. And then there she is, all like fuzzy, and her timing was amazing. And the dresses that she wore, we were like, this is crazy. Like the dresses with the way that the spotlight when she was performing were on them, they like were the contour of her breasts, and it's like dripping down her. And it was like, dang.
They were quite revealing.
Quite revealing. I mean, it was like, wow, okay.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely set it up in a band full of attractive women. Like, she's like this stunner, you know. So there was definitely stuff going on with the lighting and makeup to make it like her stand out even more. So, and I did a little research on the film, and I've got a little bit of hot goss, apparently.
Tell me.
Hot goss from 1959.
Okay.
Apparently, her and Tony Curtis, even though they were both married during the making of this movie, were having a little bit of a fling because they had dated in the past before this movie happened.
Oh.
And so a little bit of their romance had rekindled during the movie.
Who was she married to at the time?
The famous playwright
Arthur Miller?
Arthur Miller.
Okay.
Yeah, she was married to Arthur Miller at the time, and then that didn't work out.
No, no, it didn't. Interesting. Okay. Now, I have to say, out of the two, I'm more of a Jack Lemmon guy or girl. I think he's cuter.
Yeah, the one thing that I was like, what is going on with this movie was when Tony Curtis ultimately plays another character within the movie. He's already playing the character that's like a saxophone player who's on the run from the mob.
Right.
And then he becomes this other character.
Josephine?
Josephine, yeah, I think is his female alter ego in the movie.
Uh-huh.
And then on top of that, he decides to pose as a millionaire so he can woo Marilyn Monroe's character.
Right.
And the voice that he puts on for this is
so weird.
Bonkers. Yes.
He's like, hello, how are you? Or something.
I think it's in this day and age that anybody would have a yacht that sleeps over 12 people just seems disgusting to me. Oh, I quite agree.
Right.
It was just like, where's this accent from?
Uh-huh.
Tony Curtis's accent already, just his regular speaking voice is so weird. Like, where does that come from? It's not
from
American.
A diction teacher.
Yes, it must. Yes.
Trying to take whatever small town or whatever city he was from, trying to take it out of him.
Yeah, and it's wild because it's like it's an accent that nobody else in the world has. And then when he does this character, it's another accent that it's different than his regular voice. But it's another accent that nobody in the world has, and you go like, what?
His the voice that he used when he was being Josephine was actually really good.
Apparently, somebody else had to overdub his lines.
Really?
Because he couldn't sustain this high pitched female impression.
Because it was
for
good.
The movie. Yeah, no, it was good because somebody else, that was just their job to do it. Yeah. So I got to say, this was a fun movie.
Yeah, it was.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Also in black and white.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. That was interesting.
And apparently Marilyn Monroe had a clause in her contract that she only did color movies at the time. So she had to make an exception to do this movie.
Wow.
Which was a good choice because obviously it's become a classic film.
Yeah.
Now,
well, that's why she wore sparkles on her dress.
Right. Well, so I'll say this. When we do a movie or talk about a movie that's on the AFI Top 100, I always ask myself, should this be on the AFI Top 100? Some movies that I've seen on here, I just didn't enjoy at all, and I think, no.
Right.
This one I'm on the fence about because while I think it was a lot of fun, and I would recommend watching it, is it one of the top 100 greatest movies of all time? Is it that groundbreaking? I'm leaning towards no, even though, like I said, I think it is a really fun movie. I just think there's possibly better comedies out there.
Well, and I can't figure out why it's on it. Like, is it because it was men dressing as women? Is it because of Marilyn Monroe? Is she in any other films that are on the AFI 100? And so it was like, let's throw something in there for Marilyn. Like, I don't know.
I think Billy Wilder has other movies on the AFI Top 100. So, I think it's a crowd pleaser that a lot of people agree on, maybe. But ultimately, I mean, that's just an intellectual debate. It's not, what typically we do with this segment, which is, do we recommend it or not? And I do recommend it. I just think there's maybe better comedies that could go on that list.
Well, it's time to get something in the 21st century.
Yeah, there is a couple things on there, but not enough, I think.
Well, out of 100, there's maybe 4.
Yeah, we're 26 years in. There's been some absolute classics. So you're going to have to break a couple things off this AFI Top 100 to represent this century,
Right. Maybe all of the decision makers are starting to die off now.
It's entirely possible. I don't know who's on the board.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, and then we watched a second movie that, holy cow.
Yeah, we did. We actually watched a movie from last year. And by the way, I didn't get your opinion on this. You enjoyed it. You recommend it?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I think we're very much in keeping on Some Like It Hot.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Well, we also watched Marty Supreme, which is a whole, now for something completely different, a whole other kettle of fish.
I knew nothing, like all I kept hearing is about Timothée Chalamet and a ping pong movie about a guy that was a ping pong player / hustler. So I didn't know if that was sort of like The Color of Money, where it's like, the Paul Newman character, like hustling pool type thing.
Right.
Or, what it meant. And
see, I didn't even hear the hustler part.
I heard the hustler
all I
part.
heard, and I got to say, I watched the trailer for this movie when it came out because all I heard was, oh, it's good. But I didn't hear anything about it. And watching the trailer, I'm like, what the hell is this movie about? It goes for a long time. I had to watch like 2 or 3 trailers before I was like, oh, he plays ping pong. I was like, okay, it's a table tennis movie. Maybe they're trying to hide that because of the, it's not like such a broad appeal sport. Like, say, if it was a baseball movie or a football movie or whatever, that's maybe a little more niche. But turns out that maybe they were not playing that part up because it's kind of a small part of the movie.
Kind of the least of it.
Yes.
Well, and I thought that at one point in the movie when he's talking about the color of ping pong balls, and I do wonder if this seems very loosely based on this actual real character.
Yes.
But I'm like, is it he that suggested there could be a ball in another color? Because he makes this argument that using a white ball that you can't see
when
it.
the players are wearing white uniforms,
Right.
you
can't see it. So I was like, maybe that's the part where he's hustling. And honestly, this movie, between Timothy Chalamet and his energy as this character, and then the table tennis, like, it went as fast as a table tennis thing. And the way that he did some of, like, the trick shots, and the way that it's not the, very staid back and forth. It was like so much movement and so much like craziness. And that's how this movie felt.
Exactly. Yeah. The ping pong scenes were very kinetic and energetic, and the whole energy of the movie felt like it was ping-ponging along, just like, and they never did any of the like stuff that you would normally see in a sports movie, like where they would slow it down and you like, see him like in slow motion, like hit a ball at the last second to win the game. And it was not, there was some exciting scenes of table tennis in the movie, but there was none of these sports cliches, because it's not like a underdog overcoming kind of thing. At the beginning, he's this arrogant douche because he thinks of himself as the best of the world. And at that point, maybe he is, but then he goes to an international tournament in Paris, I think. In London. And
so it was the British Open.
Yeah. And then he gets beaten by a Japanese player. And he's so arrogant while he's there. He like ends up, going to the Ritz instead of taking their accommodations.
Yep.
Yeah. And he ends up getting fined. So it's like he's on this pathway. But all his dumb mistakes along the way just catch up with him over and over again. Like, for instance, his boss owes him money, and he needs the money to get to the tournament in London. So he ends up at gunpoint robbing his coworker of the money.
Right.
With just not even thinking about the consequences for any of his actions. And the whole movie is like a whole bunch of his like dumb actions backfiring on him over and over and over.
Constantly.
So he like can't even get to the next tournament that he's supposed to, where his winnings are gonna fix everything.
Right.
But that doesn't work out either because of all his bad ideas along the way. And it's, if you go in not expecting anything, it's like, wait a sec. I expected this to do a completely different thing than it does.
100%.
So it's like a little bit overwhelming, I got to say, first watch. But I got a feeling watching this another time, knowing what's going to happen, I will enjoy it more as cinema, I think.
This is definitely a to-watch movie. And it's so funny because, like, we watched it and we were all like, what just happened?
Yes.
And Pete and I climbed into bed and I'm like, a ping pong movie had a body count.
Yes.
Like, how does that happen? And, just the things and the cameos in this movie. Like, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank was
There
in it.
is some interesting stunt casting in this movie that any other film, it would be like, this is really glaringly bad. Right. Why the hell did they decide to, have Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank in a major role in the movie? He's actually pretty good.
He's perfect.
Fran Drescher is in the movie. The nanny.
Yeah.
But she's great in the movie. Yes. Tyler, the Creator, is in it.
Yep.
He's great. So they picked people.
Penn Jillette.
He's perfect.
And Sandra
in this movie.
Bernhard.
Yeah.
It's so many that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's so many people that this could have gone so far awry so quickly with a bunch of people that aren't necessarily known as being character actors. Even the homeless guy that went viral for having a great voice, and then got hired by a radio station.
Yeah, the homeless guy.
Yeah, is in the movie, and he's actually really good. I mean, he's got a small part, but still to go from, rags to, well, I don't know, riches, but, at least having a career again was pretty cool. But I didn't expect to see him pop up in Marty Supreme.
No, I mean, such a bizarre, group of people, but also it all made sense, and none of it felt like you really didn't recognize people. It took a minute to realize, wait, is that Fran Drescher? And wait, that's Penn Jillette? What? So it was very, very interesting. That wasn't glaring, or it didn't take you out of it at all.
And the thing with Chalamet also is, I feel like people may be getting a little bit of Chalamet fatigue because he's been in so many things over the last several years. And he's got this kind of handsome dude vibe, about him.
He's got the confidence of Marty Supreme.
He does, yeah. But he's stretching his acting muscles in this.
Yes.
And you completely buy him as this skeezy character. And I just had completely different expectations. And then I was just it just kind of overtook me, and I enjoyed it.
Yep.
But it is something that is entirely different than I think people will expect going in based on the marketing.
Yeah.
But I ultimately, I think it's a good movie, and I think it's a perfect addition to this grimy New York film series that we've accidentally stumbled on.
Yeah.
With me watching Saturday Night Fever and you watching Midnight Cowboy.
Yep.
And us talking about the Warriors and stuff in passing.
Yep.
This fits right into that. Only in New York.
Totally.
A bunch of bad stuff happens in a kind of a grimy, worn down city.
Schmucks, trying to do their thing and manage the world around them and whatever.
Right. Yeah.
It was good. I mean, I can't deny it. It was really good. And he definitely pulled off the character. I mean, so much so that I do think that the character sort of bled into how people felt about him when it came time for Oscar time.
I think you're right. Yeah.
I think people were like, oh, this, cocky douchebag, as you said.
Yes. Yeah.
And, he doesn't need this. And, but it was good. And it was just, it was a wild ride.
And a roller coaster, too.
Yeah, I mean, it was a wild ride.
That's kind of a cliche when describing movies, but this one really fits it.
Yeah, we all were like, I'm going to need another brownie. Yeah, it was great. So, and it was fun actually being able to watch movies at the same time because we're normally doing our own thing and whatever.
Yep.
And so that was really fun trying to figure out what we wanted to watch. And, shout out to the girlfriend and Pete for
putting up with us.
Being along for the ride. And Gertie.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think she enjoyed it.
Yeah. And, and she
slept right through it.
And she had little dog toots. And so it was like smell-o-vision. Yeah, and look, everybody farts.
Well, especially her.
So it's all good. Oh, it's just the smell of cute dogginess.
Our apologies.
Hey, didn't bother me. If it wasn't Gertie, it would have been our cat. So
okay.
Yeah, cats do it too. Anyway, all right. On that note, should we take a break and then talk about our?
Got to get into our top topic or our great debate, which. It's all about condiments this week. Stay tuned.
Yeah, and stay safe. Hey, I'm Stacey Heller. I'm one of your podcast pals, along with Eric Ryder from Don't Ask Me to Talk. Are you liking what you're listening to? Awesome. We would love if you would follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram as Don't Ask Me to Talk. We also are wherever you find your favorite podcast. You can follow us, subscribe, rate, whatever it is that you do. You can also email us. That's asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. And if you'd like, text or leave us a voicemail at 475-999-2726. Basically, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
And And we're back right here on Don't Ask Me to Talk, one of your podcast pals. I'm Eric Ryder.
I'm Stacey Heller. I am your other podcast pal. Thanks for listening to the show. We so appreciate you. As we may or may not have mentioned, if you are loving what you're listening to, hey, you can listen to past episodes and you can hear about some of our other cultural blind spots, and maybe you have some thoughts. And if you want to share them with us, then you can drop us a line at asking@don'taskmetotalk.com. We would love to hear from you. And you know what we would also love? While I am just pandering to our listeners, we would love if you would subscribe.
We're not above pandering.
No, so not above pandering. Subscribe and maybe even leave a comment or a review. As Eric likes to say, only 5 stars are allowed. And we would appreciate that. It really helps us get out there.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's been a while since we plugged that, so thank you for doing so.
Yeah, every once in a while, the brain fog clears, and it's like, oh, okay, here I am. So anyway, okay. Here we are, the great debate.
Yes, the great debate. So we've had some dumb topics.
What are you saying?
I mean, that's part of what makes this fun, is that we're discussing goofball stuff. It's not, we're not debating maybe the great issues of the world here. Right. We're debating the little things in life.
Right. Does ketchup trump mustard?
Yes. In this particular case, it is literally ketchup or mustard. Now, you're the one that comes up with these topics and puts them on the wheel. So I always like to know the background of this, but I'm guessing a hot dog was involved. You can tell me if I'm way off base here with that or not.
No, you're definitely there. I mean, not right out of the box, I'm a ketchup girl. I don't like mustard, either yellow mustard or Dijon mustard or, whatever else there is out there. And a lot of times burgers come with mustard on them. And I'm like, ew, what are you doing? And, I'm down with the ketchup thing. And on a hot dog, I don't want mustard. And this came because, it's always a hot debate.
Going to be chased out of Chicago.
Right. Well, and it's a great debate with people. What do they like to have on it? And obviously regionally.
Just like the Some Like It Hot guys.
Right. And, and do you want sauerkraut and relish and all these kinds of things? But generally, if you had to pick.
Sports peppers.
Are you done?
Yes.
I'm
just adding spice to your description here.
Oh,
you can keep going.
Dijon.
Yes.
If you had to pick one of those, which is the one that you would keep?
I'm on a desert island. I only get the one condiment. It's got to be ketchup or mustard.
Right. You get mayo and you get ketchup or mustard.
But what am I eating? Am I just making a soup? Out of the condiments, now or did it a pack of hot dogs wash up too?
You're the one that
said, or a burger.
You're the one that said that you're on the island. I never said you're on an island.
You're saying
I'm
only get one.
You only get one.
One's got to go.
So this is a trolley problem. So you can either choose to run over ketchup or mustard, completely obliterating it from our we know about it, but it's now gone from the world.
We've run out of ketchup,
right.
They keep saying bananas are going to go extinct,
right.
or we've run out of mustard.
Exactly. So either ketchup is going extinct or mustard. And we know about it, so that we have to.
All right. But was there anything in a particular event that inspired this, or was it just
Just me knowing that I'm right, that ketchup is the superior condiment. Because you can eat it in a pinch on pasta, and it's like tomato sauce.
Okay. Well, I wouldn't necessarily do that, but I got to say, I love both ketchup and mustard. I wouldn't want to eliminate either one.
Okay. Well, that's not the question.
I know. I'm just putting the caveat out there.
Right.
The disclaimer. I love both. And as I get older, the more I like the specialty mustards, that Dijon,
Grainy and
yeah. I mean, as a kid, it just really seemed like you were really sophisticated if you like the Grey Poupon mustard, because you're in the back of a limo, another rich guy pulls up next to you and then shares his jar.
Exactly. Pardon me.
Yes. Would you happen to have any more Grey Poupon? Yes. So whatever, that must have worked its magic on me, because I'm a fan of the Dijons. I'm a fan of, I really like all the various, and there's so many mustard types.
Yeah.
With ketchup, there's really only ketchup. But with mustard, there's
cat soup.
Yes, there's that, but that's more semantics. But with mustard, there's so many varieties, you know. I've had like the kind that's just all mustard seeds, essentially, in vinegar. And I've had the kind that have like a little bit of white wine in it.
Yeah.
I've had the kind that is spicy. I've had the kind that's sweet. There's so many mustards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And in my book, they all cut the mustard. I have not had a mustard that I hated. I've had some that I preferred over others. Mm-hmm. That being said, I also really love a good ketchup. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm particular about ketchup in that I don't like you stand one brand.
Yep.
Which is Heinz.
Heinz.
Right. For me, it's not about the brand, it's about the ingredients. So if it's a corn syrup ketchup, not so on board with it. If it's a sugar ketchup, yeah, now we're talking in my book.
Interesting.
So, and so nowadays you have to like specifically look at the label if you want to make sure you're not getting the corn syrup one, because that seems to be the default.
Of course.
And I would prefer less sugar in general in my ketchup. So if they have like the, it's the Primal Kitchen or whatever, where it's like less sugar and more, molasses or whatever, then I'm down. So, but it also needs to be kind of a thicker consistency. This is another thing I don't like, when ketchup's been like sitting on a countertop.
Oh, no.
For weeks, and it's like comes out real thin,
and it does
and watery. Oh, I hate that. I want a dense, thick ketchup.
Yep.
That comes out. I want it to be hard for it to come out of the bottle.
I'm feeling your pain.
That's in my book. That's the best. And by the way, when it comes to ketchup or catsup, well, I think we're all on it. I think it's all ketchup now. It's all ketchup with a K.
I believe so.
I think that has won the wars.
Right.
But up till the point where I was like 25, that was still a debate. Like some brands were still going with catsup.
Yeah.
But ketchup/catsup has been around for like 100+ years.
Yeah, it has.
So why did it take so long for them to decide? Anyway, that's a side note.
It can go on the wheel.
It absolutely. But I looked it up, and it turns out because Heinz is the dominant brand, and they always called it ketchup. Well, no, actually they started as catsup, but then they changed it to ketchup to differentiate themselves.
Oh.
But because they were so far the leader that everybody else decided they're going to change from catsup with a C to ketchup. Just so that there wouldn't be like confusion. Oh, is this a different thing?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And, another fun fact.
I feel like
in countries where English is a second language, they often just call it tomato ketchup as opposed. And I've had to explain to people, we just call it ketchup. They say, oh, we call it tomato ketchup. Well, I'm just saying you don't have to say the tomato. It's implied.
Beet ketchup.
Yes. I get you. Technically, you could probably find like banana ketchup, but you wouldn't want to.
I feel like you're filibustering so that you can avoid answering the question.
I am possibly doing so because I love both. And I am not one of these like Chicago hot dog purists that is like, how dare you come into my house and put ketchup on a hot dog? It's disgusting.
Yeah, I gave you money, so shut your trap.
Yes. I like ketchup on a hot dog.
Uh-huh.
But I think I slightly prefer mustard on a hot dog over ketchup. And if I had to choose just one, now in a perfect world, I'd have both ketchup and mustard on a hot dog.
What about fries?
Fries, I'm going ketchup.
Uh-huh. What about a burger?
But hang on. If honey mustard is an option, I will sometimes defer to that for French fries. But ultimately, ketchup is the king. Now, I just had gravy on fries, and that was pretty amazing. So,
Okay, well, that's not a question.
but ketchup is the king when it comes to fries.
What about a burger?
This is food specific in my book, right? For a burger, I'm with you that I think mayo is the superior condiment for a burger.
And with the ketchup.
And I'll go ketchup, yeah, on a burger over mustard. I still would like a little mustard. But so it really depends on the food. But if you're saying one of these is wiped out forever,
This is the trolley problem.
I gotta go mustard just because there's so ketchup has to be wiped out in this scenario because there are so many varieties of mustard.
Heinz has 57 varieties.
No, they're not all ketchup. They have one ketchup.
But it says on the bottle 57 varieties.
Yes, but of other sauces.
All right, whatever.
So
Just getting you on a little technical detail.
right, but you're wrong because, again, the 57 varieties refer to the other sauces.
Or
that
does it
they
refer to the
supposedly make.
spices?
No, it's supposed to refer to the various sauces that they made. But they only make one kind of ketchup. Now, you can tweak ketchup and make it like curry ketchup, and that's kind of fun. I've had that on occasion. Really good on fries, not so good on a hot dog, in my opinion. But because there's so many varieties of mustard, I just feel like I can't say no to all those varieties. You know what I mean?
I mean,
For the rest of my life, for 50 years, I can only have ketchup?
yeah.
Assume I live 50 more years on my all ketchup diet. I gotta go mustard. And, you know, from that tiny mustard seed, the hope that someday we'll reintroduce ketchup into our world is going to grow.
All right.
But I'm choosing mustard. Sorry.
All right. Well, I'm choosing ketchup, and I have to say, you're probably right, though, because I would not put ketchup on a sandwich. And I think a lot of people put mustard on sandwiches. And so that would eliminate, like, your whole ability to do mustards on your sandwiches and things like that. So I realize that I think that ultimately mustard is a far more versatile condiment. And so I have to admit that. But for my taste buds,
it's ketchup all the way, baby.
it's ketchup all the way. And that's why I made sure to say that, like, no, mayo's in the fridge.
Fair enough.
Because on a sandwich, I just put mayo.
Yeah.
And pickles.
I agree. I love all that stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
And I looked it up. The 57 has nothing to do with the number of products or the spices. It has to do with the lucky numbers of founder H.J. Heinz and his wife.
Which is insane, but because it's 57 varieties is what it says.
Right. But it's part of it. Apparently it was it's not a literal count of products. He chose it and he liked the sound of it. So
But it was meant to imply that they had 50, or he was aspiring to 57 varieties of sauces.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And
but I don't think they ever got there because ketchup was such a runaway success.
Well, they had over 60 products at the time.
Oh.
And
so he just eliminated 3 in his head. So
he's like, it's fine.
Give him my lucky numbers.
And where the 57 is on the bottle
Goodbye,
is where
fish sauce.
It's where you're supposed to tap on the neck of the bottle.
Okay.
So where the 57 is on the glass bottles, that's where you tap.
Speaking of fish sauce, the name ketchup actually comes from, it was a fish sauce originally that in ketchup had a whole nother meaning in other countries.
Yeah.
And then they came up with like a tomato-based recipe and just slapped that name on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, now I feel less bad about eating ketchup with my fish and my fish and sticks, fish and fries, fish and sticks. What are they called? Fish and chips.
Sticks. Fish sticks.
My fish and chips.
Fish and chips. Fish and sticks.
Fish and sticks.
Delicious meal.
Oh my gosh, we need to go.
we absolutely do. Well, we got to find out what we're doing next week, which is play game.
Oh, we get to play a game next week.
Okay. I wish this had... you could help us out sometime and come up with a topic that would benefit from us being together or being apart.
Right,
yes.
right.
Now we're going to have to find out a game that we can do not being in the same room. But
you sank my battleship.
Yes. There you go. I mean, the problem with the play a game is that we need it to be listenable. So maybe if our listeners out there have ideas for a game that we could play that would actually be interesting to listen to as opposed to just fun for us, we'd love to hear from you. It's asking at don'taskmetotalk.com.
There you go. In the meantime, we'll just make something up.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Maybe
Radio tag is thrilling.
Yeah, I'm
Marco
just thinking
Polo.
You taught us how to play the card game golf.
Yeah.
While we were visiting. And I just don't think that would be interesting to listen to.
No, it might have to be like a trivia type game.
There you go. Yeah,
right?
Maybe we'll have to do that.
So that's fun. And
pop up to Smitty's and get on their tables. They have the Trivial Pursuit cards.
Right.
So maybe you could just borrow some from them.
There you go. I love it. All right.
When you come back to the border, they're like, did you have anything? Did you get anything from Canada that's with us today?
Yeah. Trivial Pursuit cards.
I did. I stole some Trivial Pursuit cards.
Borrowed them. I'll return them.
Yes. Sorry.
Exactly. Hey, everybody. Thanks again for listening. We will we'll talk with you next week.
We love you. Have a wonderful week.